life can imitate art, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
And art can imitate life. It goes both ways. But,
right.
so you're saying, all right, man, a great point again, brother. Salute. Because yeah, I'm saying rap music changed there, not because of the rappers itself or the culture, but because of the industry.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
And
yes,
that's fact. I got hands up. You're right. You're
yeah.
right. Because the
They
industry made
followed it.
so
They
much money.
directed it.
Go ahead, brother. What you said?
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say they funneled the energy for that because it was money wrapped up into it, and they directed it, and they never let it go back to anything else. We
Right.
had rappers like PM Dawn. You remember that? He
Right.
would come
Right. We
out
have positive rappers.
dress. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got rid of him because he couldn't do it. He was talking about peace and love and going sitting under the sun with your woman and all this type of stuff.
Right, man. Right.
That was gone.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
You know?
yeah, yeah. So you're right. I agree. I think that, man, you're really making me think about this because when we talk, have conversations about reconstructing our communities, we have to understand one of the complaints, the biggest complaints I get to when I talk to people, oh, all they listen to is this. And repetition is a very strong method. It's a strong anything you continue just do it over and over and over and over and over again, it gets into your brain. Not only that, it gets into your soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that those record industries, those record companies, and what you said that allow that to happen because they're looking only at money. They have no concern about the decay they're creating inside of the communities through this music. Now, because I'm glad we're having this conversation. It's necessary. It needs to be heard as well. I can remember in the time we're talking about, uh, with NWA, Tupac, and things of that nature. I'm a fan. I was a fan of all. I'm still a fan of them, to be
Hey
honest.
Zulu, I'm listening, but I'm gonna go offline for a second. But I'm listening. Go
Yeah,
ahead, speak.
go ahead. And I'm listening. I'm talking about those groups, NWA and Tupac in particular, even the Ghetto Boys. Right? There was a woman named Dolores Tucker at the time who was coming gravely against the rap groups like that. Her entire mission at that time was to her entire mission at that time was to come against the rap industry and rappers and to try to silence them with what they could say in the rap songs. And of course that infringed upon their right to freedom of speech. But it happened with Two Live Crew, Luke Campbell. It was a big thing to where they were trying to really shut them down from being able to say certain things or to be able to speak about uh, certain topics in a derogatory or in a inflammatory way, or using curse words or using certain type of words to describe females and all those things. You
I
probably
remember.
you remember
No, I
that,
remember.
Loris.
Yeah, I remember.
And what made that campaign uh fail that she was going to, I didn't know, I don't agree with it at all. I remember it like it was yesterday. And you
Mm-hmm.
heard Luther Campbell at the time before they messed with his name and all that, banned in
Mm-hmm.
the USA. He had a song about it, banning some,
Mm-hmm.
some of these guys. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the proper way to handle that, definitely. I think it's the reflection of what was created, what the industry created. And they
Yeah.
created this. They let this be created, not paying attention, or that it wasn't their concern about what it was doing to the communities that these same people come from. Long as
Mm-hmm.
you just give them a little bit of money, because this is before people were smart enough, the entertainers were smart enough to be trying to buy their own masters. They wouldn't let them do that a while back before. You know, you have iconic people who stepped out, Michael Jackson being one, I think Jay-Z being another, right? But who bought
Great
their
job.
own masters,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that's the way to really control your destiny. Now, when you own your masters, see, this is what I'm getting to. The industry has this part. It made a lot of people rich. Now we can look back because we can hear in the songs that the community is not doing well. So if I own my own masters, if I'm NWA, if I'm Ice Cube, I own my own masters, then I have power to change that. Then, right? But if I don't have the platform,
Mhm.
I have all the money, if I don't have the collective platform like the music industry normally does, and let's call it for what it is, it's ran by Jewish people. That's what it is. That's what this channel is about. We just telling
No,
you.
no, for sure. I
So,
just go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Go
you're
ahead.
right, brother.
Go
No,
ahead.
you're okay. Before they lose that power, the influence is still there. So when the drill music and these rappers today, these young guys today, you don't have to offer them much for them to sell their souls and continue producing this under
Mm-hmm.
that industry. You see what I'm saying? Because I believe the attention has turned to individualism as opposed to being pluralistic to my community. How if what I'm doing is hurting and contributing to chaos, then I would hope that I have enough power to change that, to try to change that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion about that, brother? And I know I
I
said,
think. Um. All right. All right. Okay. All right.
mhm,
I think this is America. America has taught every segment of America to win above all else. That is that's that
true,
is what I get culturally in America is
true,
that you must win. All right. Once you win, then you decide who you help win with you. But during the process of winning, everybody you're winning against everybody. I don't know how to put it in a different word. It got to be a different word. Everybody's competition
yeah, you're
until
competing
you
against
win.
everybody, so to speak, right?
Right, right, until you win. Now, I think that is a American culture to what you call it, the rat race, or the it's a lot of different terms for it, but that's like American culture, and everybody has that, every demographic, I think, right?
Right.
Now, so but when you talk about a demographic that don't have much, it's like I was saying about a lot of times the urban areas, the ills of the whole country is exacerbated or more intensified in the urban areas. So if you don't have much, you're gonna do whatever it takes for
Yeah.
you to try to have what you think you're supposed to have.
Right.
Then you got then you got another form. I keep going back to the media because the media has a bigger voice, unfortunately, than real people. But it's the media is telling you what you're supposed to have. See, that's the problem too. It's like okay, if you already got the mindset, the American cultural mindset to win above all costs, right?
Right.
And
Right.
uh then when you win, you suppose you're fighting to win what you think you should have. But at the same time, you're being taught things to have or coerced for things to have that you don't need.
Yes. Yes.
So like it's like I was saying, it's another wheel, but it keeps going around, it keeps feeding itself, and and that's why I think a lot of that happens. But I do want to go back to Dolores Tucker. I do want to ask you a question.